Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes and the new upcoming film that they are having together. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any future DCTV videos later this year. But before we get into it, I wanted to remind you guys that our official merch is now available to get. It's in the link in the description below. It's the dctvshow.tmail.com. Every one of you that gets some DCTV merch and sends me a photo of yourself in it will be featured in an upcoming video. And remember, all of your support goes back towards the channel, so I'd really appreciate it if you just got one or two things. There is some cheaper stuff like t-shirts or like a tote bag, which I think are very clean and very cool, and I would recommend if you would get one, and also I would obviously appreciate it. But if you can't afford any merch, don't worry, just keep on watching the channel, watch the videos every day that they come out. That means more than enough to me. But for now, enjoy this short little promo before we get into today's topic. So now let's go into today's main topic. We're going to be talking about the Legion of Superheroes animated film once again. Also, I have another funny thing that I wanted to bring up right at the start of this video, so let's go into that first before we talk about Legion of Superheroes and its official release date. So just about 5 days ago on November 18th, I'm recording this video on November 23rd, Twitter seemed like it was going to collapse. Basically, tons of employees, like literally thousands, due to Elon Musk and his choices behind the scenes, which have been terrible for employees. So I 100% support all the employees that left Twitter in protest. And so basically there was this meme that Elon posted after this, because everyone was like, oh, Twitter's gonna die, Twitter's dying. And so basically on Twitter, Elon Musk posted the Barry Allen gravestone meme over Oliver's gravestone, and obviously this has become a full-on iconic and memeable image in like the last however many years since Crisis. And obviously it's with Grant Gustin, and he's doing the peace sign in front of the Oliver Queen gravestone, which is obviously very funny that someone as famous as Elon Musk is using this Grant Gustin Barry Allen meme from Crisis on Infinite Earths. And so then Stephen Amell did a quote tweet next to it, because it was about Twitter basically, as you can see on the screen, and he said Oliver Queen is alive. And I just thought that was the perfect answer to what was going on. It was very funny. Shout out to Stephen for doing it. I just thought I would bring it up because it's something weird that happened that's Arrowverse related, but also at the same time it's completely not Arrowverse related, and it's a terrible incident that went on Twitter last week. However, it somehow involved Crisis and Grant. So let me know in the comments below, did you guys see that tweet the other day, and did it make you laugh that it was from the Arrowverse and obviously Grant? So I look forward to seeing your replies in the comment. But let's go into today's main topic. We're going to be talking about the Legion of Superheroes film, as now it has officially got a release date according to Collider. I'm going through this article, we're going to read through it. So DC is about to have a huge year on the big screen in 2023, but they're also starting off the year strong with their next direct-to-video animated feature, Legion of Superheroes. The film just dropped its first trailer earlier this week, and now the next DC animated adventure has a release date. Warner Bros. Home Entertainment has announced that Legion of Superheroes is releasing on 4K Blu-ray and digital on February 7th, 2023. So there you go. I was wondering, since they released the trailer, when they would announce the official release date. There was some talk back at Comic-Con that it would come before the end of the year, but with the trailer it said coming next year, so we supposed it would be like sometime early 2023. But yeah, so it's coming out February 7th, 2023. Obviously this is the Supergirl related Legion of Superheroes film that is coming out from Warner Bros. Home Entertainment. It's not the HBO Max series that is still supposedly in development from Brian Michael Bendis. the comic book creator who kind of is very much so linked to Legion in the comics, but it's going to be releasing on 4K, Blu-ray, and digital. I'm not sure about DVD. It doesn't say anything about that in the article, but it's good to get a official release date because I'm very excited for this film, as I said in my previous trailer breakdown earlier this week, which is obviously because I'm a big Legion fan from the comics, but also I'm a big Supergirl fan. Plus, what they did in the Arrowverse was so good that I've been one of the main people saying we need a Legion live action show because these characters are great, and I love that we're getting so many Legion of Superheroes related projects because this has not been something that's happened in the past. They aren't necessarily the most popular team up in DC. You look at Justice League or even the Justice Society or the Teen Titans, they are more popular than the Legion, but because of Supergirl, it seems that the Legion is having a kind of renaissance of its own. Because I really do believe that before they came to Supergirl and before Mon-El and Imra were a thing, I don't think Legion of Superheroes was just nearly as popular as it is now. And I think the fact that they are focusing this film on Supergirl, as I previously said in my last video, I think that is just a telltale sign that they know they need Supergirl front and center in order to sell this, and even in the official logo of the Legion of Superheroes animated film, it has a House of L symbol. So you can tell that they were kind of hesitant on whether they should include Supergirl in the name. Like I said this on a live stream last week, I'm surprised they didn't call it Supergirl ... Legion of Superheroes. But instead they went for Legion of Superheroes, so they're trusting their audience and hoping that, you know, it's going to get a lot of attention, a lot of sales, but they're also including Supergirl on the front cover and including the House of L symbol. That's obviously very iconic, and so that's still kind of selling that House of L kind of legacy that people love. And so yeah, I'm very excited about this, and apparently along with the film releasing on 4K, Blu-ray and digital on February 7th, they're going to be releasing 5 new featurettes alongside it. The first one is titled The Legion Behind the Legion, so I presume that is a behind the scenes documentary, kind of like short, and it showcases maybe the cast of the film recording some of their lines and basically going into the kind of behind the scenes making of this animated film. The second featurette is Meet the Legionnaires, so probably more focus on the cast than just like everything else, but also maybe focus on the characters along with the cast members, so it's kind of like a dual thing going on there. The third featurette is titled Brainiac Attack, the intellect behind the supervillain, so this is going to be focused on what is now seemingly confirmed to be the main villain of Legion of Superheroes, Brainiac. Well, a version of him. We don't know if it's like the proper villain Brainiac or is it one of his descendants or ancestors and they are the villain. We'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be obviously a featurette that goes into the intellect behind Brainiac and why he's so smart and why he's a formidable enemy for, you know, the members of the House of L, but also the Legion of Superheroes. Okay, so the last one is Down to Earth, the story of Supergirl. So this is a featurette that's solely going to be focusing on Supergirl and probably her time on Earth before she went to the future to maybe train with the Legion Academy. And so, you know, the title Down to Earth definitely means, you know, it's going to be going into the kind of backstory of Supergirl, and I guess that would go into the kind of like origins of where she became Supergirl in this DC animated world. Again, it's not the same as the Supergirl we've known in the Arrowverse or anything like that. It's going to be, you know, the DCEU world and everything that they've set up since Superman Man of Tomorrow, really, because that's really where they kind of set things in stone in terms of, you know, creating this new animated universe that's not necessarily aligned to everything that came before in terms of DC animated films, because they were pretty much all in line in terms of, you know, like the Teen Titans films, the Justice League films and things like that. And so this film is, you know, obviously very exciting, but the main reason I'm excited is because of Supergirl coming into this and being the leading character, but also seeing her interactions with the Legion of Superheroes and seeing how they differ from the comics, from the TV show and everything like that. And I hope this is a great stepping stone for the Legion of Superheroes in terms of their popularity and maybe becoming a thing in the future, whether it's in the DCEU, the Arrowverse on HBO Max or anything like that. I'm a huge advocate for Legion of Superheroes coming to live action once again, like they did in Supergirl, but having their own show. I think it would be awesome. And so, yeah, like I said last week with the trailer, I think the animation looks awesome. I think the story is interesting. The fact that Supergirl is sent to the future kind of by Superman, who is obviously led on by Batman, who thinks that Supergirl is some sort of threat to Earth because she is not able to fully control her powers yet. And so Superman thinks it's a good idea to potentially, introduce Supergirl to the 31st century, and by getting her to train with the Legion of Superheroes. And what's also going to be interesting is the fact that normally Supergirl is the main inspiration behind the formation of the Legion of Superheroes, so it's going to be an interesting dynamic when you see Supergirl show up and meet some of her future Legion teammates. But I know for sure that DC fans are going to be excited for this, Supergirl fans are going to be excited, and Legion fans are going to be especially excited. I just wonder how much of an outreach this animated film is going to have to people that aren't already fans, and that's why I'm a bit surprised they didn't go for the title Supergirl Legion of Superheroes, because I think that would be a little bit more sellable in terms of when they release it on 4K Blu-ray and digital, they could be like, okay, this is a Supergirl film. Everyone knows Superman. No matter if you're a DC fan or not, you kind of know the Superman family. And so Supergirl is a big thing as well. So maybe it has kind of more sellability. I don't even know if that's a word, but you know what I mean, right? But obviously, Legion of Superheroes is a big thing for us comic book fans, so naturally excited. So that pretty much does it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications to not miss any future videos. I want to remind you guys that we're doing a special offer for those of you who decide to buy some merch from my store, which is in the link in the description below. If you buy 2 or more items, no matter what it is, I'm going to be sending you a special Arrowverse related giveaway that's going to be signed by myself and sent to you through the post. So go get yourself something today, and also if you want to become a member and get early access to things like merch, please be sure to click the join button down below to become a super friend today, and also join us in some future live streams that we do with members. But for now, click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.